Oh, he loaded up. Mercedes tattoos it to center. It is gone.
Potential tying run at third, potential winning run at second. High drive, deep left. Grand slam! Bobby Witt Jr. wins it.
Now the 3-2. Fastball hit in the air. Right center field. Back to Celestino. He's out of room. We're out of here.
2-2 count, runner at third, bottom of the 10th. Here it comes. A swing and a fly ball, deep left field. Down the line it goes. Gordon in the corner. Gone!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the SKOL Joel Twins postgame show. As always, I am your host, SKOL Joel. So tonight, the Minnesota Twins dropped another game. I accidentally put all my stuff down on the floor, but another brutal loss tonight for the Minnesota Twins. Blake is in the chat. What's up, brother? I'm going to throw your comment on screen because I'm feeling good tonight. Well, actually, I'm not. That was an awful game. So welcome into the SKOL Joel Twins post-game show. Of course, I am your host, as always, SKOL Joel. And today we're going to be running through 5 points ahead since the Twins lost 9-5. They put up 5 runs, therefore 5 main points, as well as, I don't think I have any bonus points tonight. So it's just going to be 5. But with that said, let me move it down a little bit there. Now you can see my face, and it's perfect. So with that said, we are going to kick off tonight's game recap by giving the AL Central overview like I always do. So the Minnesota Twins drop to 60-56 with the loss tonight. The Detroit Tigers move up to 51-63. The Twins are currently 4.5 games ahead of Cleveland. Heading into the day, they remain 4.5 games ahead as the Cleveland Guardians lost 1-0 tonight to the Toronto Blue Jays. Bailey Ober was the starting pitcher for the Twins tonight. Heading into tonight's game, he was 6-5 with an ERA of 3.21, a whip of 1.05, 103 innings pitched, and 98 strikeouts in that time frame. His last start was on Friday against the Arizona Diamondbacks. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs on 6 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. On the opposition, Alex Faedo was the starting pitcher tonight for the Detroit Tigers. Coming into this game, he was 2-4 with an ERA of 5.80, a whip of 1.04, 35.2 innings pitched, and just 30 strikeouts. So a lot smaller sample size for Faedo. His last start was on July 23rd, so two plus weeks ago. Against the San Diego Padres, he pitched 6 innings, gave up no earned runs on just 1 hit, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. So that's your AL Central overview plus your overview of this game tonight. So with that said, we are going to throw it into our first point, but it's not even a main point. Congratulations to Michael Lorenzen tonight. Michael Lorenzen, the starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. He pitched against the Washington Nationals. The Phillies won 7-0. He threw 124 pitches, threw a no-hitter tonight. Final score 7-0. Like I said, he no runs on no hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So congrats to him, of course, and hopefully the Twins can have that sometime too. Hopefully they can put up a no-hitter. I remember when Kenta took a no-hitter into like the 7th inning a couple years ago. I remember that game. But with that said, we are going to now keep moving on to our first main point that we have tonight, and it is that the Twins just felt lethargic. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know if you watched the game, but I mean, they just felt dead. There's nothing more to say other than that. In fact, the Twins struck out 11 times tonight. That probably does add to it. I can't stand strikeouts. Sure, the Twins pitchers were able to strike out the Tigers that 11 times as well. Blake, what's up? Hope you're having a good day besides the loss. I pretty much am for the most part. It was just a tough, brutal game tonight. But yeah, Twins also last night, they just felt like a dead team. They couldn't get any rhythm going. They got some rhythm in the 2nd inning with the home runs from Correa and Gallo. But outside of that, they found no rhythm. I guess they did a little bit in the 9th inning when they loaded the bases. Then Max Kepler got the RBI single. So they're able to score 1 run. But outside of that, it just felt like kind of a dead game. Twins had no rhythm. Hits were piling in left and right for the Detroit Tigers tonight. And the Twins just couldn't counter really with anything, in my opinion. Everything was all hit or miss. And I just realized that could be taken the wrong way. It was hit or miss, but there was no hit. Therefore, it was miss. It was just simply miss. And that's how the vibe felt in the clubhouse tonight. It was just simply a miss of a game for the Twins. So with that said, we're going to move into the second main point, a rough night for a great pitcher. Tonight, the starting pitcher, like I said, was Bailey Ober. He's been fantastic coming in coming into this game. In fact, over his 18 starts this year, not including tonight, so his previous 18, he's had over 5 innings pitched in 14 out of his 18. He's had less than 7 hits in 15 out of his 18, less than 3 earned runs in 16 out of his 18 starts, and less than 3 walks in 15 out of his 18 starts. So he's been very consistent this year. I love watching Bailey Ober since he's the only homegrown pitcher the Twins have. They drafted him. They've developed him. As if you've been around this channel before and around the post-game show, you'll see how I've ranted about this team and the front office and their inability to develop pitching. They just can't do it. And that's why I like him so much, is he's the only pitcher they've ever been able to truly develop, at least starting pitcher wise. So everyone else has been acquired via trade. Joe Ryan, Sonny Gray, Pablo Lopez, Kenta Maeda, all of them. So, but with that said, tonight, Bailey Ober, he dropped to 6-6 on the year now. His final stat line, he had 5 innings pitched. He gave up 5 runs. 4 of them were earned on 11 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts on 93 pitches. So not a great game for Bailey Ober tonight, considering that he's always been consistent. But by no way am I alarmed by this game. It happens. You're not going to have a good outing every time, but hopefully Bailey Ober can get back on track after a bit of a brutal outing. I believe they said during the broadcast that his next outing will be next week, actually against the Tigers again. So he'll have a chance to be able to get revenge on that Detroit Tigers hitting lineup. With that said, I think we can keep moving. Overall, Bailey Ober, great pitcher, but tonight was just simply not his night. So with that said, we're going to keep moving along. The third main point I have actually has nothing to do with the Twins, but it has to do with Javier Baez. Javier Baez can only swing for home runs, and that's it. I'm sorry. In fact, let me look at last night's score sheet. I know he did get a hit or two, and he actually did play very well in the field last night. But Javier Baez, he went 1 for 3. He had a strikeout. He had a line out to left field. He had a single in the fourth inning, and he also had a walk in the 8th inning. But Javier Baez, just watch the man swing. All he can do is try and hit bombs and load up far. He swings so hard every single time. It's like he's swinging like his life depends on it. It's funny. It's just funny watching him swing. So I know that has nothing to do with the Twins, but I did notice that when I was watching the game, so that was going to be one of the notes. Otherwise, that would have been a bonus note, but I had to make a 5th one, so that was the one I went with. Javier Baez, his swing is just brutal looking because all he does is load up every time. So with that, my 4th main point, actually, I'm going to talk a little more about Javier Baez. He had at least 2 strikeouts. I think he had 3 strikeouts tonight, if I remember correctly. He had 4 strikeouts. He struck out looking on full count in the 2nd inning. He struck out Wait, I said that wrong. He struck out swinging on full count in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. He struck out swinging in the 5th inning. And then he struck out looking in the 7th inning. So strikeout fest tonight for Javi Baez. And with that said, we're going to move on to my 4th main point, and it is that my opinion on Joey Gallo is the same, and it's always been the same. Joey Gallo is not an MLB hitter. I know he had a home run tonight. Good for him. Finally, it was about time this would happen. He had a 2-run bomb that also scored Matt Wallner, who was hit by a pitch right before that. But let me get the sheets. Let me look at last night first. Joey Gallo, he was in the, I don't know, was he in? Oh, no, he came in when Donovan Solano got hurt. He came in to pinch run in the 3rd inning. He reached on a walk in the 5th inning, and then he struck out looking in the 8th inning. And tonight, let's take a look at Joey Gallo again. Joey Gallo is hitting 8th, and then he got subbed out for in the 6th inning by Jordan Luplow, which is a great choice because then Jordan Luplow reached on a walk and a single, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then Luplow eventually did come around to score in the 9th inning. But Joey Gallo, he hit a home run. Like I said, he had a 2-run home run that also scored. Oh, no, it scored Jeffers. So it was Ryan Jeffers that scored along. But Matt Wallner did get hit by a pitch and score later in the game, but that was later. So Joey Gallo had the 2-run shot. He also flew out to left field before he was subbed out for in the 6th inning. And then Jordan Luplow came in and drew a walk. Gallo can't hit. Well, I said last night, I'm pretty sure if I remember, is 173 is what he's batting this year. It's in the 170s. It's just terrible. I'm pretty sure he strikes out over 50% of his plate appearances, and I can't stand watching him. They need to move on from Joey Gallo. Even despite his home run tonight, they got to keep going. With that said, my 5th and final main point that I have is I was high on Correa initially, but I really did pump the brakes as this game went on. I was going to write a main point about how well Correa was hitting, but then it died out. In fact, Carlos Correa tonight went just 1 for 5. He hit the solo home run in the second inning on just the second pitch of the inning. He struck out swinging brutally. I remember there was a runner on third base at the time. Yep, there was Jorge Polanco was on third base. There were 2 outs. Correa struck out on a 1-2 pitch that I wasn't even a strike. It was low and away. In the 6th inning, Correa came up again. He grounded to 5th, almost reached base, but that was a great play there by the third baseman, Matt Vierling, for the Detroit Tigers, and also a great play at first by the first baseman, who was Spencer Torkelson tonight. Correa then came up for the 4th time in the 8th inning, and on the first pitch, he grounded out to short, which is a big mood killer since that's all he does is ground out to short and hit into double plays. Leads the MLB in those. And then in the 9th inning with the game on the line, bases were loaded, 2 outs. Correa comes up to represent the tying run and swings and misses on a 2-2 pitch to end the game. So I was feeling good about him. Correa had a great night on Monday. He had a good night last night again. He started hot tonight, but he just can't hit consistent. He just can't. I can't say it. He can't hit consistent. I still can't say it. He can't hit consistently, and it is just unfortunate that he can. But hopefully someday he will be able to figure it out with the Twins and be able to do so. So with that said, that leaves my 5 points. Twins felt lethargic, could get no rhythm on offense tonight. Rough night for Bailey Ober, even though he's been such a fantastic pitcher. I believe he'll get back into it. All Javier Baez does is swing for the fences. He's got an awful-looking swing. Joey Gallo still needs to go, and I was high on Carlos Correa initially tonight, but it died away pretty quickly. I don't have any bonus notes, actually. So with that said, I never flashed this on the bottom of the screen tonight, but that's okay. That is going to do it for tonight's game. Congratulations again to Michael Lorenzen. The Minnesota Twins play again tomorrow night in Detroit to close out the 4-game set. Let me take a look specifically at what time it is. It is a 12:10 p.m. start time, so it's going to be a day game. I will not be doing a post-game show after the game since I have things going on tomorrow. I'm going to be hanging out with a friend tomorrow, and then after that, I have to work for possibly the last night ever at the job I hold, because college is coming. So that said, though, that's going to do it. And then the Vikings play tomorrow night. Watch that. You can see it right there. I was pointing to the right hand. Vikings. Everything in this room is Vikings. They play tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Time. Be there. So with that said, that's going to do it for the stream tonight. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, there will not be a post-game show tomorrow night since I have to work and I'm going to be busy with a friend tomorrow. And then I have to work. Nope, I'm going to be camping Friday night, so there will not be a show. And on Saturday night, we have a festival going on in town, so I will not be. And then on Sunday, it's a day game, and we also have that festival going on. So Monday, Twins have an off day, so we'll see about Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday will be the next post-game show, and that would be the same pitching matchup, Faedo against Ober, but we'll see when we get there. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody. Brutal loss for the Twins, but hopefully they can pick it back up again tomorrow night and split the series with Detroit. They need to. There's no way they can go 1-3 in Detroit. That would just be awful. That's going to do it. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out. And as always, go Twins, but sometimes go Guardians because I can't stand this team. Goodbye, everybody.